Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission here is, well, pretty simple. You give a source material and we really dig into it.
Yeah, we pull out the key insights, the important takeaways, basically giving you the fast track to getting up to speed.
Think of us as your guides, really, sorting through the info to highlight what actually matters and why it's relevant to you.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, we're looking at something super practical using simple English in, real life situations.
Right. Specifically, things like how to offer support, maybe lend a hand, and just generally navigate those everyday moments.
And the source materials are really interesting this time. It's an audio transcript packed with real life stories that were actually shared as examples for language learning.
So it's like a window into authentic conversations, the kind of language people genuinely use day to day.
hmm Our mission today is to pull out the most useful phrases and sort of communication techniques from these stories.
The goal being to help you feel, hopefully, a bit more confident, expressing kindness, offering support, and just handling those common daily interactions in English. Okay, let's unpack this.
So one of the first things that really jumps out from these stories is about emotional support.
Yeah, the source really emphasizes that often support isn't about having, like, the perfect advice or fixing some huge problem. Sometimes it's just showing you care.
And what's fascinating really is how simple phrases, sometimes just a word or two can create that safe space, where someone feels okay to share.
Totally. Look at that story, Daniel and Natasha. Daniel's stressed about his father losing his job, finances,
Right.
and Natasha listens. Her main point isn't complicated. She says something like, sometimes just being there for your family is already a big help.
hmm And the source mentions she also suggests practical things like helping with shopping.
Yeah, small things.
Yeah.
But that core phrase, that validation of just being there, that's key. It really highlights that presence itself is a form of support.
And that idea, validating feelings, it comes up again and again. Think about Rema in a deal.
Oh, yeah, he comes home quiet, stressed from work.
And Rema notices, but she doesn't push. She just offers that really gentle opening. I'm here if you want to talk, take your time.
That space is so important.
It is. And later, after he shares, she gives that simple but really strong validation. You are doing your best. I see how hard you work, and I'm proud of you.
And the source makes a point of saying how much those kind words helped him feel supported, understood.
Exactly. And that's what validating feelings is about, isn't it? Showing someone their feelings are okay, they make sense. Like Rema saying, you are doing your best. It acknowledges his struggle without judging.
And it's not just, close personal relationships. The story with Kareem, the teacher, and his student, Hea.
Right, her mother's sick, and she's usually active, but now she's sad.
And Kareem notices, he asks that simple, open question, is everything okay?
Which is often the hardest part, just starting the conversation.
Definitely. And when she shares, he doesn't jump in with advice. He validates her feelings directly. It's okay to feel worried.
And then the offer of help is practical but low pressure.
Yeah. If you ever need time or support with schoolwork, let me know. I want to help. And the source says it made her smile. It's such a clear example of using English to be genuinely helpful.
We see this pattern in other stories too, like Emma asking John, do you want to talk about your day when he comes home upset? Or Susan asking Rachel, are you okay? After an argument. It always starts with noticing and asking gently.
And offering to listen is huge. Emma says, I'm here if you want to share. Susan says, do you want to sit for a while and talk? And then actually listens without interrupting.
That non-judgmental listening is key. Susan later reassures Rachel, I'm sure you two will talk again soon. You care about each other. It's supportive without being overly involved.
There's also the teacher Ben helping Olivia, who's scared about failing a test.
Right. He acknowledges her honesty first. Thanks for telling me. Then he normalizes it. You didn't do well this time, but that doesn't mean you can't improve. Everyone struggles sometimes.
And offers collaboration. Let's go over the questions together. Plus, that reassurance. You're not alone. What matters is that you try again. It builds confidence.
Even Michael supporting Thomas, who's thinking about changing jobs. Michael just listens and validates. It's okay to feel that way, Thomas. Work can be hard sometimes.
And supports his idea. That sounds like a good idea. I think you can do it. Simple encouragement.
So if we pull it all together, these stories are showing that expressing support often starts with noticing something's off,
Right, then asking a simple question like, are you okay? Or, is everything all right?
offering a listening ear, non-judgmentally, with phrases like, I'm here if you want to talk, or I'm here to listen.
And in using those encouraging, validating words, it's okay to feel worried. You're doing your best. You're not alone. It really boils down to connection through empathy.
Definitely. But okay, moving beyond just the emotional presence, sometimes people need, well, practical help, right? Tangible assistance.
Absolutely. And the stories are full of examples here too, showing how to offer help clearly, politely, and also how to accept it.
And this gives us language for action. How do we offer help in English so it feels natural, not awkward or intrusive?
Well, the source shows there isn't just one way. Sometimes it's quite direct, like James helping his neighbor, Mr. Harris, with that big box.
Right, he just walks over.
Walks over and asks, plain and simple, "Do you need help with that?" And after helping, he even follows up, "Is there anything else I can help with?"
And that polite closing, "Anytime, sir, I'm happy to help." It's just nice.
It is direct, clear, friendly, but other times the offer is maybe a bit more suggestive, more exploratory.
Yeah, especially if you're not sure what's needed or maybe if the person will even accept help. Like Mark in Mrs. Wilson's garden.
He doesn't know much about gardening.
Right, so he offers something specific and manageable. Maybe I can help you water the plants or find some advice online. It's less direct, offering something he can do.
We also see offers of help just naturally fitting into ongoing relationships or tasks. Remember Michael and Thomas again with the job search?
Uh-huh, after the emotional support.
He adds that practical layer. Maybe I can help you find some job openings online. It flows naturally.
Or Helen and James cleaning the kitchen. James offers, I can help you clean. You need a break.
And the source highlights that phrase, "we are a team," from their interaction. Offering help builds that connection.
That story with Robert helping Linda with her car is another great practical example.
Yeah, step by step.
Exactly. He starts with diagnosis. Is there a problem with your car? Then offers to check. I can take a look if you want. Identifies the dead battery.
And immediately offers the solution he has. "I have some jumper cables. I can help you start the car."
And when she thanks him, his response is simple, minimizes the effort. You are welcome. It is no trouble. Very natural.
There are tons of these examples. Lisa helping James with his slow computer. "Have you tried restarting it?" Or Claire helping Michael with too many shopping bags. "Michael, let me help you with the bags." And her normalizing comment, "It happens to everyone."
Even handling mistakes at work, like John telling his manager, I am sorry I made a mistake. The manager's response is collaborative. Thank you for telling me. Let's fix it together. We all make mistakes.
And the source lists loads of examples around home tasks, offering help with cleaning, cooking, painting, fixing things, gardening, moving, using phrases like, "Let's clean," "We need a hammer," "Let's buy some seeds," "Do you need help with moving?"
Right, and acknowledging help like, thank you for cleaning the house, it looks great, or accepting help graciously. Phrases like, I appreciate your help are mentioned too. And that lovely line, friends help each other.
So the source gives us this whole toolkit, really. Direct offers like, "Can I help you with that?" or "Do you need help? Let me help you."
Alongside slightly softer approaches like, maybe I can help you, or that collaborative language, let's fix it together.
Plus the language for responding, "Thank you for," "I appreciate your help," and "You are welcome," "It is no trouble."
It shows there's nuance, right? Offering help isn't one size fits all. You adapt your language based on the situation, your relationship.
Exactly. Now, moving on from those sort of bigger moments of support or help, a huge chunk of the source material is actually about the simple sentences we use every single day.
Yeah, the language that kind of oils the wheels of daily life, makes routine interactions smooth, builds connections in those small moments.
This is about the quiet power of language, isn't it? Navigating little misunderstandings, making plans, showing appreciation, just getting through the day together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the source has good examples for handling minor hiccups gracefully. Remember Lisa's shoe breaking when she's walking with John?
Oh, right. And he immediately says,
Don't worry, I will carry you until we find a bench. Just simple words, but they reduce the immediate stress.
or that misunderstanding between Mark and Lucy when he's late.
Yeah, his apology is clear. I am sorry, Lucy, I had to help my mother at home.
And Lucy's response is key. "Oh, I did not know. Thank you for telling me." Acknowledges the reason.
Then Mark promises, I will try to be on time next time. And the resolution is simple, positive. That is okay. Let us enjoy the walk. These little exchanges stop small things escalating.
The source also shows how to kind of lower the temperature when things go slightly wrong, like Tom and Anna forgetting a gift for that dinner party.
Right, instead of panic, Tom's calm. That is okay. We can buy something on the way.
And reinforces it. "No problem. We will make the visit nice even without the gift." Simple phrases showing flexibility, focusing on what actually matters.
And then there's just loads of examples of connecting and showing care in routine moments. Asking, how is your day? Is standard, sure, but
But the source includes lovely little interactions like Emma asking David, who's clearly tired, "Are you okay, David?"
and offering comfort. Do you want to relax for a while?
Then she brings him tea, he thanks her, and her reply, "That is what I'm here for." Just 5 words, but it really underlines their connection.
Making plans is covered very simply, too. David calls Sarah. Do you want to meet for coffee?
They agree. "Yes, that sounds nice. Where should we meet?" And decide. "Let's meet at the new coffee shop." It's just straightforward, functional language for social stuff.
Even talking about boring tasks. Robert looking at the messy garage. The garage is very messy. We should organize it.
And Emma's feeling afterwards. It feels good to have a clean space. The source shows how we use simple language for our environment and how we feel about it.
There are just countless examples like these woven through the stories. Interactions around work, family meals, chores, going out.
Showing simple phrases for appreciation. "Thank you for making breakfast. The food smells good. Thank you for cleaning the house. It looks great."
Encouragement. I am proud of you. Keep practicing. Shared activity. Let's speak English together. We should paint it.
Even those polite email closings pop up. Best regards, kind regards. We can't list every single phrase here, obviously, but the big takeaway is
The source really demonstrates the power of these fundamental sentences. Don't worry. That is okay. I am sorry. Thank you. We should. They build relationships and just make everyday life smoother.
Now, what I think is particularly useful about this source material is that it doesn't just give you the examples.
Ah, right. It actually includes advice on how you, the learner, can use these stories to get better at English.
Exactly. This is where it speaks directly to you, providing really concrete, actionable steps drawn straight from the material itself.
So what does it suggest?
Well, first, it advises you listen carefully. Really pay attention not just to the words, but how the characters speak. There's specific word choices in that context.
And how they show emotions through those simple sentences.
Right. And it strongly encourages active engagement. Don't just listen passively.
Get involved with the material.
Yeah, write down the useful expressions you hear. Try using them yourself, maybe in your own writing, journaling, emails, whatever.
And crucially, practice saying the phrases aloud.
Yes. This helps your speaking fluency, obviously, but it also trains your ear to catch them when you hear them in real conversations.
The source even suggests personalizing it, doesn't it? Like, think about people you know.
Uh-huh. And try writing or speaking kind words to them in English, using the phrases from the stories as a kind of template.
It seems to consistently push the idea of daily practice.
It really does. Repeat sentences aloud, take notes, make sure you understand the meaning and the pronunciation. Keep writing sentences.
So the core message for learning, taken right from the source, is pretty straightforward. Practice makes perfect. Keep learning every day.
It's like a mini language learning method built right into the example.
Which is quite clever, actually.
Okay, so that pretty much wraps up our deep dive into using simple English for support, help, and everyday life, all based on this collection of real-life stories.
We've seen how powerful those simple phrases can be, offering emotional support just through validation and listening.
How to clearly and politely offer and receive practical help, adapting your directness to the situation.
And how a whole range of simple sentences helps us navigate daily interactions smoothly, from handling minor issues to making plans and showing appreciation.
By really focusing on these concrete examples from the source and actively practicing the phrases and techniques we've highlighted.
You can definitely build your confidence and fluency for those real-world conversations that matter.
Yeah, this deep dive was all about giving you some immediate, usable tools, those aha moments for your English learning journey.
So, as we finish up, here's something to think about, kind of prompted by the source's emphasis on listening carefully and noticing how emotions come across in sentences.
Okay.
When you're trying to be supportive or helpful in English or really any language, how much of truly connecting with someone actually comes down to the specific words you pick versus the empathy, the genuine intent behind those words?
Ah.
Especially when you're aiming to support or help someone out, something to mull over.